warm welcome to you anywhere around the world. This is Nationwide. We are live on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. I'm Ayodeji Makinde. Remember, you can follow this news broadcast on our social media platforms displayed on the screen. First, let's begin by telling you that President Bola Tinubu says Nigeria stands firmly as a democracy governed by constitutional guarantees of religious liberty. In a message, the president says since 2023, his administration has been open and active engagement with Christians and Muslim leaders alike and continues to address security challenges which affect citizens across faiths and religions. The characterization of Nigeria as religiously intolerant does not reflect our national unity, nor does it take into consideration the consistent and sincere effort of the government to safeguard freedom of religion and beliefs of all Nigerians. Religious freedom and tolerance have been a core tenet of Nigeria's collective identity and shall always remain so, says the president, adding that Nigeria opposes religious persecution and does not encourage it. Nigeria is a country with constitutional guarantees to protect citizens of all faiths. President Tinubu concludes by assuring all and sundry that his administration is committed to working with the United States government and the international community to deepen understanding and cooperation on protection of communities of all faiths. Fewer than 400 groundnut farmers in Kano State have benefited from the federal government's Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones program during the Farmers Field Day held in Bebeji local government area. Event with President Bola Tinubu renewed hope agenda to boost agriculture and food security while promoting modern farming practices.
The field day served as a platform for hands-on learning, peer exchange and technology adoption, while also creating new market opportunities for participants. Mariam Dankaka is one of 400 groundnut farmers in Bebeji local government area of Kano, trained in good agronomic practices such as proper site selection, land preparation, spacing, and control, all aimed at improving yield, promoting sustainability.
Give us a knowledge. That knowledge they gave us is to enhance our farming activities.
The initiative is part of a broader effort to empower small farmers and strengthen food security across the state.
We advise the farmer to sow 1 to 2 seeds per hole. That will give the yield plant population of 20 to 25,000 plant population.
Through this PSS project, we can collaborate and showcase a lot of technologies, not just the varieties of different values, of different traits, also with action.
Through programs like this, the federal government continues to support farmers like Mariam, enhance rural livelihoods, and build a more resilient agricultural sector in Nigeria. In Kano, Awal Salisu, NTA News.
The Nigerian Railway Corporation has confirmed a train derailment incident that occurred at the 228-meter Agbo along the Warri-Itakpe rail line around 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, November 1st, 2025. In a statement, NRC Managing Director Kayode Okpeifa indicates that preliminary investigations suggest the derailment may have been caused by suspected terrorism, as 2 of the 7 coaches were affected in the incident, but a full investigation is underway to determine the root cause. All those on board have been safely evacuated with no injuries or casualties. The NRC has announced a temporary suspension of services on the corridor to facilitate a comprehensive investigation. The corporation apologizes for any inconvenience caused and assures Nigerians of improved services. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has handed over some federal roads in Abia State to Governor Alex Oti for completion. The symbolic handing over in Abia State. Kenneth Nani reports.
The roads over to the Abia State government to complete include the Owerri-Omaka Road, Onigbo-Omahia Road, Omezue Bridge, and Omahia-Ikotekpene Road. Works Minister David Umahi explains that the handover followed the express approval of President Tinubu authorizing Governor Oti charge of the construction, reconstruction, and rehabilitation of the roads based on a request and mutual understanding. Governor Oti appreciated the president for granting him approval to fund the projects to completion, describing it as value addition to the people of Abia State and Nigeria in general. The minister also paid an unscheduled visit to works on the 56-kilometer section 2 Umahia Tower Apa, the reconstruction and rehabilitation of Enugu-Port Harcourt dual carriageway being handled by Arab Contractors Nigeria Limited. He frowned at the company for not living up to its reputation as a stickler to quality and time in project delivery, giving them 1 month to complete the remaining 4.1 kilometers above bound of the contract. Meanwhile, Minister of State for Works Bello Muhammad Goronyo has led a joint delegation from the Federal Ministry of Works and the Federal Road Maintenance Agency on a 1-week technical visit to the People's Republic of China. Discussions under the existing technical cooperation agreement between FEMA and the Global Cooperation Promotion Research Center focused on strengthening collaboration in infrastructure development, technology transfer, public-private partnership PPP, and youth capacity building in line with renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. The Minister of State for Works also had high-level discussions with the President of CGGC on infrastructure and human capacity development for Nigerian engineers and construction professionals. NTA News.
And from Abia State to move to Benin, where Uduak has the next set of reports on Nationwide.
Oh, Ayodeji, welcome to Benin. A boost as Governor Monday Opeyolo handed over 10 brand new Toyota Hilux patrol vehicles to the Nigerian Police Force, Irua Area Command, urging the command to be more proactive in its responsibility by ensuring adequate security of lives and property. Goodluck Kenani reports.
The gesture is part of the state government's continued effort to support security agencies in combating crime and ensuring the safety of residents. He says the collaboration between the state government and IG, which has the deployment of the police mobile 82 squad to Udomi, as cordial, and thanked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his financial and developmental support to Edo State.
To me, painful. Somebody because of people. So what do we do? To
Majority Leader of Edo State House of Assembly, Jonathan Ibamau, the Area Commander and the Vice Chairman of Police Community Relations Committee, PDRC, Edo Central, Shaka Mamodu, lauded the state government's initiative.
Timely provision of this vehicle within the certainly enhance the operational capacity of our police force, allowing them to respond more swiftly. You are working, you are building hospitals. Now, you are going into the field of security. We will not forget what you have done, and we will not continue to stay for violence.
Also, a symbolic position of the to the authorities, marking an step in its ongoing drive to improve security infrastructure across the in Benin. Good luck in any news.
Away from security, the Oba of Benin, Ewari II, has commended the Nigerian Television Authority for its effort in promoting culture and tourism and in fostering unity and peace in the country through excellent news, programs and documentaries. This was when he received the Zonal Director, NTA Benin Center, Teni Ajayi, and members of NTA Benin management in his palace. Bugu tells us more.
The rich culture of the ancient Benin Kingdom has always featured prominently in news, programs, and documentaries on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. This is a long-standing relationship that has existed between the NTA and the Palace of the Oba of Benin. Strengthening the relationship is the reason for this visit, as the Zonal Director, Benin Network Center, Teni Ajayi, officially informs the royal father of her posting to Benin Network Center. She sought for blessings and support for you.
Your benevolence and wisdom have always been a beacon of hope and inspiration to us in NT. Preserving and advancing the traditions and values of Benin.
Continuous support of the palace, they for always nation's cultural heritage.
Bandino was happy with the presentation of NTA. Rest assured, the house we have attended to your presence will also be to you. By the grace of God Almighty and our ancestors, your tenure shall also be successful.
The NTA and the Benin Palace agreed to work together to conceptualize and produce programs that will herald the 10th year anniversary on the throne of the Oba Ewari II. In Benin, Abugu, NTA News.
And that's it from the nation continues in Lagos while standing by. But that's after the break. Please stay.
Honorable Minister of Works, His Excellency Senator Engineer David Umahi, CEO FNSE, FNATE, and Honorable Minister of State, Honorable Muhammad Goronyo Esquire, cordially invite State Commissioners of Works, developmental partners, stakeholders, and the general public to the 30th meeting of Council of Steam, Transparency and Innovation Engineering. Date Monday the 3rd to Friday the 7th of November 2025. Time 9 a.m. daily. Venue at Detiloye Hall, Trade Fair Complex, Road, Ado-Ekiti. Special guest of honor and chief host, His Excellency Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji, Executive Governor, Ekiti State. Program of events: Day 1, 3rd November 2025. Of directors and other stakeholders. Day 2, Tuesday, 4th November 2025. Technical sessions continue. Day 3, Wednesday, 5th November 2025. Meeting of permanent secretaries. Day 4, Thursday, 6th November 2025. Council meeting. Meeting of the Honorable Minister and Honorable Commissioners. And Day 5, Friday, November at the
business. On the wheels spinning and action meets action. Governor Hope Uzodima's leadership has turned manifesto progress meets peace and more sky to river deep. Guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At this quiet hydro is right set. Energize a growing. The change is visible. New roads emerge. Industry homes. Cities come at the revolution. Half young mind each year to build the future. As Orashi rises, so does Imo and the hopes of a hard people. A new Imo is on the rise.
Experts deliberate on Nigeria's exit from the Financial Action Task Force, impact global image and economy, believed to be a huge win for Nigeria by President Tinubu's administration. This comes up live on Tuesday, on the 4th of November 2025. To know how this development will boost investor confidence, increase capital inflow, improve Nigeria's global standing, enhance financial stability. NTA Tuesday Live comes up every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. NTA Tuesday Live, educative and incisive. Don't miss it.
Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja. The city is moving. New voices, heavy drip, all heart. From the stage, it's Afrobeat. And the Nova showed up to own the room. But they're not alone.
Spiritual. Gospel.
All chasing a slot to face the judges. Puffy T, SARS, Andre Vibes, P Pride. Catch next Afrobeat star on
Nationwide, this is Lagos Network Center. As Nigeria continues to pursue inclusive growth, women have courage to take charge of their lives and communities, promote social impact, progress as change makers. This was the message of the First Lady of Nigeria, of the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, also with the theme Inspiring across all sectors participated in this year's conference. Her report is here presented.
The Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials Council is a platform, the bridge connecting to opportunities, leadership and active roles in shaping the society. In her message, the gathering, Grand Matron of Council and Nigeria's First Lady, Femi Tinubu, highlighted the need for women and future generations. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who is the host and patron, commended the organizers for its consistent contributions to social welfare, youth and women empowerment, describing Council as a vital partner in the state's development agenda.
We're enshrining integrity and we're creating resilience. It means that we're empowering our daughters, young believe.
Chairman of Council and wife of Lagos State Governor Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu says this year's conference is about impact with a renewed commitment to women's empowerment and national development.
Your legacy isn't the change you made. It is the change that remains long after you have left. Build something so strong that even those who don't understand it fully cannot break it.
25th of Council provides the opportunity for set the tone for the next chapter of women's leadership and inclusive growth in Nigeria.
Be self-supporting, they need to be empowered. The most important is our mental health, our well-being, and our love for ourselves.
We must come here by the time we're leaving a better version.
The conference provides a platform for women to share experiences, ideas, and best practices in leadership community development.
To ensure advertising practitioners maintain standards that operate within ethics of the profession, the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ACON, will continue to interrogate the profession to meet global best practices while working to improve its operations in Nigeria. The Director General of the agency reiterated this at the induction ceremony of 45 new members into its highest office. Diana Ajale completes the story.
That it is legal.
Drawn from various organizations across the country, among the inductees are Blessing Kayode Olamide, Oluwaseyi Oyewumi, Phileas Osubo, and Adeke.
We need to have cascade into people, generations coming up, encourage the youth.
We are ready to be able to invest on others, bring new policies and new ideas that will transform the industry where we want it to be.
It comes with honor. It comes with recognition. So when you combine all of this and so much more, I'm so happy.
This is the 30th year that I've been in this profession, and I didn't jump to it. It's something I wanted to do from just look out for us.
Director General encouraged the inductees to uphold of practice.
I want to plead with the new fellows. One of the critical areas you need to look into is mentorship. You create career paths for the people that are coming behind you.
One of the elements we see in advertising is an expression of our cultural values, our nuances our cultural nuances. It's important to continue to include them into our advertising.
Fellowship of the advertising profession is the highest status of membership, and it is conferred on professionals who have fulfilled all the requirements and have made impact on the development of marketing communications for a minimum of 15 years. Since its inception, a total of 107 professionals have been conferred with our Fellowship Award. Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTS.
And those stories from Lagos, it's back to Ayode for the continuation of Nationwide. Ayode, back to you.
Thanks so much. Awal in our Lagos Network Center. The Renewed Hope initiative of President Bola Tinubu is a classical model for comprehensive socio-economic development of all segments of the country. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement, North Central, Dr. Abiodun Esiet, disclosed this while being installed as the Tararua Chief in Akwanga local government area of Nasarawa State. Kisu Gurku reports.
The honor is said to be in recognition of Dr. Essien's contribution to the restoration of peace and security of Angwamakama in the local government area, as well as her commitment toward the overall development of the area.
It gives me great joy to confer upon Dr. Abiodun Essien the esteemed traditional title of himself, Tamararwa of Kuchimdo. Congratulations.
Chairman Nasarawa State Traditional Council of Chiefs and Emir of Lafia, Sidi Bagya Muhammad, led other traditional chiefs in extolling the virtues of Dr. Essien for contributing immensely to the successes recorded so far by the President and his team.
Someone that is very important and central to the administration of our friend, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
We are looking forward to seeing more proper engagement from you.
The chieftaincy is to the glory of God Almighty, but with special thanks to our security agency that have been supporting the Community Engagement Office of Mr. President in responding to the needs and concerns of our community.
She called on the people of Nasarawa State and the North Central to continue supporting the Renewed Hope agenda, which is deliberately needed at all these sectors for the needed development to thrive.
The Northern Nigeria Youth Leaders Forum has called on some persons threatening the stability of the All Progressives Congress and the unity of the country, as the forum will not allow those who don't mean well for the nation's democracy to thrive in their unwholesome enterprise. The forum was speaking in connection with an allegation over the call for the resignation of the national chairman of the APC, Professor Nentawe Iwata, within the period of 2 weeks for blocking the defection of the Plateau State Governor, Caleb Mutwang, into the party, saying the youth will not sit and watch such action.
We are calling on Mr. Momo
He is my cousin in ABU's area. We knew each other. He's not a member of this kind of leader, the national chairman, or even Mr. President and his NSA, where we will not allow it, because these are people that mean well for Nigerians. These are people that mean well for this country, and they are performing well. If you have advice, you can advise them. But for you to say you are coming to organize protest is a sponsored protest. These are people that they don't have any case of crime right from their days. And up to now, these are people that mean well. The national chairman mean well, Malam Nuhu mean well, Mr. President mean well. What do you want? So we as youth, we are behind it, and we stand for the unity of this country. We stand for the unity of Nigeria. One Nigeria, one people.
The forum applauded the national chairman for his exemplary leadership, which has brought more numbers to the party and endeared the renewed hope agenda to the people of Nigeria through life-touching policies and programs across the country. Now let's cross over to our Kaduna Network Center, where Ajengi is next on Nationwide.
Joining us in Kaduna, the people of Southern Kaduna have promised to continue supporting the APC and Bola Ahmed for this business in the zone, including the establishment of a federal university. They made the promise at an event where political leaders and lawmakers from the area defected to the APC. A report.
The atmosphere in Southern Kaduna was filled with renewed sense of peace and hope as the people came together for this historic political event that marks the campaign of several prominent politicians to the All Progressive Congress, APC. The crowd erupted in joy as the popular Hausa singer Rarara took the stage with his songs of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. One after another, the campaign stepped forward to receive the APC's flag.
Southern Kaduna has woken up to the reality of the president's reforms. Mr. President has asked me to say to you that the best is yet to come.
Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because without the love he has for Kaduna, we could not achieve most of these things we have achieved. We will only do an update.
We have secured major projects for a zone in the 2025 budgets. With the full support of President Tinubu, 2025 budget places Southern Kaduna at the center of learning and opportunity.
There are so many other things that have been envisioned by this administration to be cited in education that has necessitated the need for us and our teaming supporters to move from the PDP without rancor to the APC.
The people of Southern Kaduna promised to stand firm with the APC and continue supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Kaduna. I am Muhammad Umar.
Representatives is pushing for an amendment of building codes law to strengthen regulations and minimize frequent structural collapse in the country. This was made known during an engagement of architects here in Kaduna. Haruna Muhammad reports.
For us in Kaduna State,
the conference brought a key stakeholder construction and environmental sector, focusing on ways to mitigate the growing challenges of flooding, building collapse, and substandard constructions practices across the country. One after the other, guest lecturers shared insight on emerging trends in sustainable architecture, urban renewal, and risk management, calling for stronger collaborations between architects, engineers, and government agencies. The President's Nigerian Institute of Architects, Mobolaji Adeni, in her address, emphasized for innovative designs, sustainable urban planning, and strict adherence to ethics.
We're looking at circular design, we're looking at sustainability, we're looking at the use of that local, that can be reused. We're looking at also waste products.
We've been able to bring all the allied professionals and the manufacturers of building materials so that we can discuss issues that are relevant to construction.
The Speaker of House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, in his address to the conference, commended the Nigerian Institute of Architecture for its effort in promoting safer and more sustainable building practices.
The Speaker, he has called on all to take architecture not only to shape the environment, so to shape the general policy that will empower us, achieve greener environment, achieve sustainable development.
The event, which attracted dignitaries from within and outside Kaduna State, underscores the importance of proactive policies and professional discipline in achieving a safer environment not only for Kaduna but for Nigeria at large. Haruna Mohammed, NTA News.
That's our contributions from this end nationwide continues in our Port Harcourt Network Center after this commercial break. Don't go away.
The Renewed Hope Initiative RHI presents the RHI Green Nigeria Challenge. Go green today for a greener tomorrow. This national competition is in 3 categories. The household category is a tree planting competition amongst 11 frontline states in northern Nigeria. Each participating household Adamawa, Borno, Bauchi, Gombe, Jigawa, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zamfara states will plant a minimum of 1 tree to qualify, with a video evidence of before and after tree planting exercise. 20 Naira be awarded to the best household. Submission deadline is 20th December 2026. Community category will see local governments, local communities, schools, and NGOs reclaim and transform degraded or abandoned areas such as dump sites, landfills, parks, and their likes into green, vibrant gardens, parks, and eco-friendly spaces. 50 million Naira will be awarded to the overall best community group. Deadline for submission is 15th July 2026. States category will have all state federation and the Federal Capital Territory, excluding Enugu State, have a chance to address the growing threats to environmental sustainability and cleanliness. States will be judged based on the number of trees planted on major roads and inner streets and how clean they are. 100 million Naira will be awarded to the best performing state. Already, Enugu State has 100 million Naira for being RHI model state to its greenery and cleanliness. Video evidence must be submitted by participating states on or before 20th December 2026. All entries must be directed to RHI Office, State House, Abuja, or email rhi.greenchallenge@statehouse.gov.ng. RHI Green Nigeria Challenge. Go green today for a greener tomorrow.
Welcome to Skill Up Nigeria, Industrial Training Fund's television program celebrating innovation, craftsmanship, and the skilled hands shaping our nation's future. Join us and share in our over 50-year journey of empowering Nigeria's workforce and impacting the nation's human resources. Tune in and connect with experts and skilled workers sharing real stories that inspire. Every Saturday at 10 p.m. on the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA. Skill Up Nigeria, powered by ITF.
You have no better friend and partner than Nigeria. Let this unveiling today be a call to conscience. Let our practitioners hold the line of truth. To the media, please inform with integrity and with a deep sense of patriotism. To our public officers, communicate with transparency. To citizens, please let us speak with empathy. Let us come together to become the voice of responsibility, the voice of the world that heals division, that inspires hope and drives development.
The recent fire outbreak at the Rivers State Civil Service Secretariat has once again brought to the fore the need for smart operations across public and private sectors, especially the digital safeguarding of vital data in the event of unforeseen disasters. Joy Ozo reports.
Over time, individuals and organizations have suffered irreparable loss of vital documents due to disasters and unforeseen circumstances, a situation worsened by the absence of digital storage and backup systems. This growing concern is reinforcing the call for a full transition from analog record keeping to digital documentation, a move experts say is key to protecting sensitive information and ensuring business continuity.
Most people have the fear that digitalization will reduce labor force, but to me it's not true. The system operates itself. It is human beings that will operate the system. So there is no fear. In fact, you may even add more people, more labor will be employed because the system needs to be maintained.
Enlightening people about the importance of this thing, even up to the grassroots, up to the village level, people can get themselves documented.
Key stakeholders across federal and state government institutions have stressed the need for a digital-first approach in governance. They note that if such systems were already fully in place, the recent fire incident at the Rivers State Secretariat might not have sparked as much concern about data loss. While acknowledging that digital transformation within state ministries, departments, and agencies is still in progress, they appealed to Governor Siminalayi Fubara to prioritize complete digital transition in the planned renovation of the state-owned Secretariat complex.
It's very important that we as Nigerians should embrace digitalization, especially those of us in the public sector.
As government institutions embrace technology-driven processes, experts believe that digital documentation remains the surest path to transparency, efficiency, and resilience against the future. In Port Harcourt, Joy Uzo, NTA News.
The promise by the Bayelsa state government to provide 24-hour electric power supply to the people is still generating debate about trust in government pronouncement as it is barely 1 month to the end of the year. Concerned by this, correspondent Ebenimiziti Miola moved to find answers.
Deregulation of the country's power sector has brought to the fore the need to explore alternative power options from the state governments, even as the unbundling of the sector called for more investment from the private sector.
These reform by state governments like Bayelsa State and the federal government drive for alternative sources in the sector will to a large extent pave way for the federal government target of providing sustainable power supply to the people in the shortest possible time from now. However, residents of Bayelsa appear to still be skeptical about the state government 24 hours power supply before the end of this year.
I want to believe that the government is working, and according to them, they've made their pledge, promised that December, hopefully, the gas turbine will be functional.
When somebody do something good, that thing should be maintained so that the turbine can bring development, because light is life.
This stakeholder in the electricity power supply in the state reacts.
What we are doing is to ensure that we create a network that will be viable, sustainable, and robust enough to accept power from our own power plants. Not only that, the company that is working with us is also setting up a metering factory.
Governor Doyediri has inspected the project at Elebele in Ogbia local government area and assured that the December deadline is non-negotiable. Plans are also underway to provide alternative energy solutions for communities that won't be covered by the gas turbine supply. In Yenegua, Ebinimi Zitemiola, NTA News.
And those are the stories from Port Harcourt. Nationwide continues with Ayo Deji in Abuja.
Thanks so much, Jenny. Back here in Abuja, the Anglican Communion Diocese of Abuja is engaging some women professionals in various life endeavors on how to integrate faith with career in order to thrive at the workplace, home front and communities without compromising their faith. Omenka Amaku completes the report.
Balancing career success with spiritual commitment is a challenge faced by most individuals. To ensure that this balance is entrenched in the workplace, home front and other areas of life is the reason for this discussion. Some women who are professionals in their various fields are here providing guidelines for women to thrive in their various careers and faith.
So women should come up and encourage their fellow women so that we can make it. Other countries have gone far ahead of us, and with God, I believe we will make it.
We're here to tell women that, look, we're a very significant part of the society. And if we can balance our career success, our pursuit for ambition with godly principles and obey the word of God.
So God's mind for women concerning this group is so large that as we embrace and run with it, God alone is glorified.
The discourse is in furtherance of efforts at enhancing the values of women in national development. In Abuja, Umeka Machuku, NTA News.
Even unlocking the healthcare value chain, PVAC and UNICEF have launched a new initiative to empower Nigerian youth in the manufacturing sector. The program under the Enabling Local Manufacturing Initiative will identify high-demand roles, train 200 young Nigerians with a special focus on women and girls, and facilitate their placement in the manufacturing industry. The national coordinator of PVAC, Dr. Abdul Mukhtar, identified 6 key barriers hindering industrialization, including policy, regulatory, and legal frameworks, access to finance, market access, human capital development, research and development, as well as infrastructure. Mukhtar emphasized the need for practical solutions to bridge these gaps and strengthen Nigeria's local manufacturing capacity. The dialogue, which held as a side event to the Nigerian EU Health Investment Forum, signals the start of a coordinated process to map job roles, mobilize, train, certify, and connect youth to industry opportunities. Right, Zamfara State government is to sponsor free cervical and breast screening as well as lobectomy for no fewer than 500 women across the state. Jamilo Ibrahim reports that wife of Zamfara State Governor Haria Daud Lawal announced this when she led the Walk Away Cancer 2025 awareness campaign in Gusau.
The Walk Away campaign is part of activities to mark the 2025 World Cancer Day in Zamfara State, ensuring early detection and timely treatment of the dreadful disease, especially among the women folk, is the crux of the campaign. The Zamfara State Governor's wife, alongside some top government officials, health advocates, among other citizens, led the massive procession as the attendees carried placards with different inscriptions in solidarity with those who lost their lives to cancer and those that are still battling with the disease.
Your presence and commitment truly reflect our shared determination to build a cancer-free society through awareness, early detection, and compassionate care.
The first thing a woman feels is she will feel a love that is as tiny as the size of a bean, and you will neglect it. So as you neglect it, it will keep increasing in size.
It is expected that the campaign will go a long way in reducing the mortality rate associated with cancer in Zamfara State. In Gusau, Jamil Ibrahim, NTA News.
The Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDAN, is training and empowering 100 women entrepreneurs for sustainable gross domestic products and livelihoods to promote inclusive economic growth in the country. The training is in collaboration with the Better Life Program for African Rural Women a pet project of late Mariam Babangida to empower nano women entrepreneurs with 100,000 naira each. Usaina Musa reports.
This 3 days training with the team, Grow with Hope, Empowering Women for a Brighter Future, jointly put together by Small Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria and the Better Life Program for African Rural Women, therefore seeks to build the capacity of these women. Investment strategies with each receiving 100,000 naira grant and their businesses registered with CAC to enhance their growth.
The overall goal is to help to, first reduce the high rate of unemployment in Nigeria, increase their livelihoods, and also for the community to reap the transformational benefits of small business participation in the community.
Because it's empowering women, educating women, and just supporting them. So I think from now on we'll move and go on to the next phase and trying to get more people into the program. With this, they're able to come into the economy and do everything that they can.
First meeting and Better Life Program. The collaboration is to reduce poverty in Nigeria. Emena Hussaina Musa, NTA News.
The Nigeria Police Force is lighting a candle in the dark, lighting the path to hope for victims of sexual and gender-based violence through a capacity-building workshop for police officers to detect, serve, and protect. Correspondent Francis Form reports.
In a society where victims of sexual and gender-based violence often carry invisible scars, the Nigeria Police Force is lighting a candle in the dark through a 2-week intensive capacity-building workshop for senior gender desk officers from the North Central Zone. The training aims to sharpen the officers' investigative skills, deepen their understanding of gender-based laws, and strengthen accountability in handling cases of abuse and exploitation.
It is expected that all that we have learned from here, we go back to our command, organize step-down training to the other gender officers to prepare them adequately to handle these cases of sexual and gender-based violence.
I've now known better ways of handling gender-based violence professionally.
And they are going to ensure that all pictures are being brought to book.
The workshop also focuses on survivor-centered approaches, ensuring that desk officers become beacons of hope for victims who have long suffered in silence.
We intend to use all those laws to the best of our ability to serve as deterrents for others that are planning to do such things.
We have invited a prosecutor to talk about what he expects from the investigators, how to deal, how to approach victims, because this is a very sensitive issue.
Through initiatives like this, the force hopes to build public confidence, one trained officer and one restored life at a time. Francis from NTA News.
In the meantime, the Benue State Police Command and that of Enugu State have resolved to strengthen inter-command operational ties to effectively combat interstate crimes. Statements joined by Benue State and Enugu State Commands indicates that the Commissioner of Police, Benue State, Emenare Innocent, and his Enugu State counterpart, Mamman Giwa, emphasized this during a strategic operational meeting to address emerging security challenges affecting both states. Their interface in the state, the Commissioner has identified the infiltration of criminal elements and their connivance with unscrupulous elements within border communities as major enablers of interstate crimes. Consequently, they resolved to enhance interstate crime fighting synergy through improved intelligence sharing, coordinated operations and joint deployment of resources to combat violent crimes across border communities. Now, a 20-year-old music artist whose stage name is Steady Boy was arrested by NDLEA operatives while attempting to take delivery of a large consignment of loud, a strain of cannabis concealed from the United States of America. Salwal Khalil Ibrahim reports that operatives also uncovered a clandestine laboratory where Colorado, a synthetic strain of cannabis, is being produced in Lagos.
This is the residential building located at an estate in Lagos, where large quantities of freshly cooked Colorado and various precursor chemicals for drug production are being produced. Owned and operated by a 30-year-old who is now in custody. In another operation in Lagos, NDLEA operatives raided the enclave of a 25-year-old drug dealer in Mushin, where 16 compressed blocks of Ghana Loud, a strain of cannabis, as well as designer sachet and bottles of Colorado were recovered from him.
1 of 16. 2 of 16.
A music artist, Steady Boy, was arrested by NDLEA operatives while attempting to take delivery of a large consignment of Loud concealed inside 3 cartons of bathtub imported along with other items such as clothes and gadgets from New York, United States of America. In Kaduna, NDLEA operatives on patrol along Abuja-Jos Highway intercepted a consignment for 7 capsules coming from Onitsha, Anambra State, heading Auchi. A function in body led to the 27-year recipient. 3 suspects were arrested after a team of NDLEA officers tracked their movement from Benin Republic and eventually intercepted their boss with a total of 1,779 kilograms skunk recovered from them. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
Well, it's a match day in the Nigeria Professional Football League, and currently after the first 45 minutes, Bayelsa United are leading Plateau United by 2-1. And it's goalless in Maiduguri in the match between Olkanemi Warriors and Rangers International, while Egimba International currently lead Kano Pillars by 2-0. And Niger Tornadoes are 2 goals down at home to Abia Warriors. And in Ibadan, the match between Shooting Stars Sports Club and Katsina United is 1-1 after the first 45 minutes. But let's have some other stories in the world of sports.
13 male and female teams are competing for glory in the 2026 National Hockey Super League, currently taking place at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium's Package B hockey pitch. In the men's on Saturday, policemen set chase for ending 9-1 win over IGP Flickers, while Kada Stars hammer Adamawa 13-0, Plateau 1-0, Niger Flickers over Team Katsina. The Hockey Federation tournament a significant agent for grassroots hockey development, pledging ongoing growth and innovation within the sport in Nigeria.
The attendance has been very okay. At least we have about 13 teams for male, and then we have 8 teams for female. So it's a very good time to be able to now end the year.
And with our recent performance winning the bronze medal in Egypt, you can tell we are where we're supposed to be in the male category.
To other news, the Los Angeles Dodgers secured their 2nd consecutive World Series title and their 3rd in 6 years with a 5-4 victory in extra innings against the Toronto Blue Jays in Game 7 on Saturday, reinforcing their status as the dominant team in Major League Baseball during this era. And finally, Iga Swiatek and Elena Rybakina made strong statements with their opening victories in the first day of the WTA Finals in Riyadh. Wimbledon champion Swiatek, aiming to capture the season-ending finals title for the 2nd time, needed only 61 minutes to defeat Australian Open winner Madison Keys with a 6-1, 6-2 win. Kazakhstan's 6th seed Rybakina also showcased her dominance, winning her match against American 4th seed in just 57 minutes in the Serena Williams group on Saturday. The top 8 women's players in both singles and doubles are competing in Saudi Arabia with a total prize pool of £12 million at stake. With sports update, Suleiman Musa, NTA News.
And that is Nationwide. I'd like to thank you for your time. I'm Ayo Deji. On behalf of the entire production crew here in Abuja, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Although social media as a channel of communication